Philippines as shown in the film are decent. If you had a connection with the Spaniards or you are part of a family of a Spaniards, you are considered rich, as well as being a servant of the church. The way of entertainments are done by theaters or teatro, which is a drama done on stage, and some are done by singing similar to opera. The language that are used during that time are mostly Spanish, and some Tagalogs are very deep to understand. Convicted persons or prisoners are being taken to a parade, and some are murdered publicly. Also, the way of transportation are done by horses or kalesa. Trade are also done overseas. Philippines love to trade to other countries such as food and other consumables and materials. Food are also Spanish inspired during the day because most of the food during that time are done by the Spanish. Courting during that time is very interesting too. Unlike today, almost no courting is happening, like asking permissions to the parents of the female and doing course for the family of the one you are courting. Some are still being done today yet. Very rare to see nowadays. School are being done in churches so the church can teach the child limited knowledge, and punishment to the students back in the time are allowed. It is accurate. They really studied the quality and the original way of living in the Philippines during the 19th century. Also the way of speaking. The dialects are very accurate. They also portrayed the way of executing prisoners and imprisoning innocent people without trial, which is very common at that time. I think it shows us how something are better and bad before than today. Living during those times are very peaceful, assuming that there is no war happening. Also, the cultures and traditions are being used unlike today. We are copying other countries' tradition. Also, some bad things during that time are now fixed today, just like justice system. Yet justice system today are still corrupt, but we are studying the cases better now and preventing innocent people being thrown into jails. Ganito Kami Noon, Paano Kayo Ngayon is a classic film that preserves our nationalism, starring by Christopher De Leon as Nicolas Ocampo. The story of Kulas as a young man traveling going nowhere as he enjoys his newly bought horse in exchange of his land property after his mother's death, whose misadventures symbolizes the search of a elusive Filipino identity at a time when, after a short period of Philippine independence, Spain was replaced as a colonizer by the United States. A breathtaking historical story which details the struggles of the country in constructing its cultural identity, as seen through the eyes of a provincial young man, from the revolution against Spain until the Philippine-American War. The film expresses our love for our homeland. The film takes place during the Spanish colonization, and this story reflects the real situation of the Filipinos in the homeland, like being a slave to its own country. How Spaniards seized the nation and reached Filipinos with the side of the friars. Nowadays, it's sad how youth deals with their own battle. They just easily give up without even trying other options. I know that we have different kind of sensitivity, but why Filipinos in that era survive? It's because they want us to experience a better nation, so they fight for it even in exchange for their lives. The protagonist in that film shows his love to his own country that I didn't see in our generation. We can't deny the fact that the most of the youth today want to migrate in the near future for a better life that they're expecting. In the movie, Kulas was so naive, he doesn't know nothing because he didn't study. But his affection to his homeland is nothing compared to those rich Filipinos who looks down to other Filipino and wants to be with side of the friars. For me, Kulas was a good example to millennials like me. that no matter how hard the situation is, there is still other way to be successful in life. There are times that we don't even know what to do, and the only way to cut our problem is suicide. Don't think that way. Our lives matter and our family needs us. Always remind yourself that there are some people who want to live and struggling with disease, like cancer, but still they are not losing hope. Because I believe as long as you are alive, there is still chance to win the battle that we have.